Hello everyone and welcome to another readathon wrap-up. I have one more to film after this one. So this particular one is two separate bingo boards by Bridge 4 Books. So I'll link the information in the description box as far as like the Discord channel if I can. Now this one, so another wrap-up that I did by Bridge 4 Books that had two bingo boards was The Sweet as Sin. This one's different. Both of these bingo boards are 3x3s, so 9 prompts per bingo board. So let's go ahead and delve in. This first one is Birthday Bingo. Nolan Dawn Reads was the creator or who this birthday bingo was based on. So let's go ahead and just delve right in. I guess it was the birthday for this individual, and there are now prompts about this one. So prompt number one is Mardi Gras Mambo. This is to read a book set in New Orleans or Louisiana. I did not complete this one. Number two is Me, which is the creator and the birthday person for this. So the title of the book need to start with D like Dawn or V like Velvet. No, I did not complete this one. Number three is Check It Out. This is to read a book about libraries or librarians. I did not get to this one. I really wanted to get to this prompt, but I just ran out of time. Prompt number four was The Cat's Meow. And this is to read a book where, of course, it includes a cat, Katie and the Catsitter. So there's a lot of cats. She wants to go to summer camp, so she takes on a little gig to cat sit, which turns out to be over 200 cats at this apartment in her apartment complex. And it just goes from there. You have supervillains and sidekicks and superheroes and things like that. But yeah, there's a lot of cats and they play a big, big, big part in this book. And this is a middle grade graphic novel series. Prompt number five is to read a book that was published in February of any year. And this book that I did complete was Promises of Gold by Jose Olivarez. I know I'm saying that wrong, I'm sorry. This one was published in February of 2023. I did have a physical copy of this, but I have since unhauled it. I just don't see myself rereading this because it's a collection of poetry and it's nonfiction poetry. So I just don't see myself rereading it, so I wanted to go ahead and pass that on to someone who I think will enjoy that, and hopefully then it'll just kind of keep getting passed along for people to enjoy. There is a lot to learn from this poetry, I think. So I did not rate it. I wasn't quite sure how to rate it, so I did not issue any stars for this. And half of the book is told in its original publication language, which was Spanish. The other half is an English translation. So I only ended up reading 137 pages because that's what was translated with the poetry into English. And again, it's just nonfiction collective poetry. Immigration is a big thing of it. Growing up or life in Mexico versus life in the United States. The healthcare system, politics, things like that. So a lot of poems, and they were good poems. I just don't see myself rereading it. It's just one of those things. Prompt number six is Spoonies on the Page. This is to read a book where the author or the main character has a disability. I went with Gluttony by Kira Roman on this one. This was an ebook, and I gave this one 5 stars, and it was 149 pages. The disability in this is an emotional or mental disability where it is a split personality. That's what I am considered a disability, or at least for this prompt. So split personality due to childhood trauma, because there is severe childhood physical and emotional abuse. So, it was still a fun read because it was very spicy. And it's a retelling of a childhood fairy tale classic, Little Red Riding Hood. And this is very much an adult version of that. So yeah, it was a good time. Prompt number 7 was, Did Taylor write this? This is to read a book that you sync it up with a Taylor Swift lyric. I like a lot of Taylor Swift's music, but I'm not a big Swiftie. There are other artists that I enjoy a lot more. So this one I did not do because I'm not, I can think of a couple of songs right off, but I can't think of any books that would sync up with any of the lyrics or anything. So I was kind of stumped on this one, and so I didn't really worry about it. Number 8, Getting to Know You. This is to read a memoir. Yeah, ran out of time, did not get to this one. And then the last prompt for the birthday bingo was whodunit, and this was to read a mystery or a thriller. I'm missing a book. Got it. I read And Then There Were None. This is a mystery thriller. This is a whodunit. You have 10 people that go to an isolated setting on an island, and they start dying off one by one. There's a poem called 10 Little Soldier Boys, and that plays a big role in this book. I ended up giving this one 5 stars, 300 pages, absolutely loved it. This is only the second Agatha Christie book that I have read, and out of the 2 that I have read, this is my favorite Agatha Christie book. I really had a great time with this one. And I find the more that I enjoy a book and the more fun time I have with it, the quicker it tends to go. So yeah, I had a great time. So that is all that I read for the birthday bingo hosted on Bridge 4 Books. So that is 4 prompts out of 9 that were completed, which is a 44 completion rate for this bingo. 791 pages read, but with 29 days in January, that works out to be about 27 and a quarter pages, so 27.27 pages per day for this readathon. So 1 book got 0 stars, 3 books got 5 stars, so 15 stars with 4 books. Potential to get a 4-star, that worked out to be a 3.75 star rating. So for this particular readathon. The second I'm going to include in this particular video too, because it was still hosted by Bridge 4 Books, and that is February by the Days. Again, a 3x3 bingo, so there were 9 prompts. So prompt number 1 is Black History Month. This is to read a book written by a Black author. I did an ebook called The Fire on Memory Lane by Felix I.D. Dimaro. This one I gave 4 stars. It was 129 pages. You're dealing with the effects after a gentleman gets divorced from his family under not great circumstances, very tragic circumstances, and you're watching as he is not dealing with things so well. He ends up getting this serum that he can ingest so that he can, what feels like to him, to physically relive good memories from his past. And addiction plays a big role in this book, whether it's alcohol addiction or other addictions. Addiction is a big thing, as well as suicide and suicidal ideation. So please be aware of that. But it was a good book. Prompt number 2 is Groundhog's Day. This is to read a book with a time loop, and I did not get to this one. Number 3 is National Red Day. So this was to read a book with a red cover. I went with Fangs by Sarah Andersen, 5 stars, 100 pages, fantasy romance between a werewolf and a vampire. And it's a graphic novel, so very short. I love the artwork. I love the work that Sarah Andersen puts out, and I want more books by this creator. Really enjoy it. So, really good. Prompt number 4 is National Golden Retriever Day. This is to read a book where the romance is with a golden retriever male main character. So kind of like a cinnamon roll type thing. I'm going with Snowbound Secrets by Jordana Pearce on this one. It was an ebook, 100 pages. I gave this one 3 stars. It's a bodyguard workplace romance. And the male lead in this, which is the bodyguard, is very much one of those ones that it's like loyal, comes back to you if he wants to, if you want him to. It will be right there for you always. It's very much a cinnamon roll type character, golden retriever type character. So it was sweet. Prompt number 5 is Super Bowl. This is to read a book that heavily features sports in it, and I did not read any sports romances. Well, it didn't have to be a romance, but I didn't read anything that heavily features sports. I did read a graphic novel that has skateboarding in it, but I wouldn't say it's heavily in there. It's there, but I wouldn't say it's a heavy component of that. That one I would think more like a hockey romance or something like that, but I did not get this one. Prompt number 6 is National Women and Girls in Science Day. This is to read a book that has STEM in it, so science, technology, engineering, or math. Bride by Ali Hazelwood. I have heard, now this is the only book that I have read by Ali Hazelwood, but I have read that all of Ali Hazelwood's books feature STEM in them, or women in STEM. And this one, it is technology, because the main female character in this, Misery, can hack and is very technological savvy, so she can hack into computers. I gave this one 5 stars, 396 pages. It's a fantasy romance between a werewolf and a vampire, marriage of convenience. Prompt number 7 is Galentine's Day. This is to read a book featuring a strong female friendship. It's the Babysitter's Club. It's a strong female group of friends, so strong female friendship. I think this is a great one to fall back on. This one's the graphic novel adaptation. The story is by Ann M. Martin, but the art for this particular one is by Raina Telgemeier. The ones previous to this one were also by Raina Telgemeier, but the artist just changed. Gave this one 4 stars, 162 pages. And this one is particularly titled Claudia and the Mean Jeanine, who Jeanine is her older sister. Prompt number 8 is Fat Tuesday. So this is to read a book in excess of 500 pages. I read one that was just shy of the 500. I want to say it was like 483 pages was the longest one that I read, so I missed out on this prompt. And finally, prompt number 9 is National Pancake Day. This is to read a book that has food on the cover. And I did not, no, yes I did. Fake Dates and Mooncakes by Sher, and I have it written down. I don't know why I was like, no, I did not get to this one, but yes, I did. Fake Dates and Mooncakes by Sher. This was an ebook that I read. It's the debut for this author. Gave this one 4 stars, 262 pages. It's an LGBT, male-male romance, young adult. They are 17. You have the fake dating aspect. They are Asian, specifically Chinese, and so that you have a lot of Chinese words in this, and a lot of Chinese heritage and lore through this, and I loved that. I really did enjoy that. I like it when books integrate, when they're going to be heavily on a certain culture, like in this one, Asian culture, specifically Chinese, when there's a lot of Chinese heritage and culture in the book. So it's much deeper and like a thicker plot thread or plot point in this. It's not just kind of like a surface level type of a thing. Okay, I'm just going to finish this wrap up. I'm almost done. Okay? Okay. So out of 9 prompts, that is 6 prompts completed at a 66% completion rate. So for February by the days, I read 1,149 pages with 29 days in February. That works out to be about 39.62 pages. So 1 book got a 3 star, 3 4 stars, and 2 5 stars. So that's 25 stars issued. So with 6 books read, that is a 4.16 star average. So let me know, did you participate in February by the days? Have you read books from any of these authors? Let me know. Talk to me in the comment section below. And until next time, stay true to yourself and enjoy a good book, and I'll talk to you later.